You guys, we are getting closer and closer to the release of The Sims 4 for rent. Almost exactly 1 month away from tomorrow, of course. The Sim Gurus are on Twitter, not really revealing too much. We're getting just a taste of new info. They're definitely doing a lot of hyping though. Of course, the official trailer dropped at the end of last week. The reveal trailer, I do hope we eventually get a gameplay trailer, just going more in depth with what we can expect in terms of gameplay. But Sim Guru Nova is really hyping up the amount of freedom that is to come with this pack. Chrissy YT on Twitter tweets, second though, this made me wonder, can we set how cheap/expensive the apartments etc. are that our Sims rent out? Or is it more of a, in quotes, fixed thing based on how big it is, expensive it is, etc.? And Sim Guru Nova replies, I don't want to share too much, but in my opinion, contrary to some of the assumptions I've seen people tweeting, the amount of freedom you'll have with this pack is a lot. Pun not intended, but still there. So much so that I was in awe of it the first time I saw the designs. I kind of already had a feeling we'd be getting a lot of creative freedom, at least. You know, it is confirmed that we are going to be able to create these new residential rental lots in any world. So that could include base game worlds, or if you have other expansion packs, any other world in The Sims 4. I've seen so many other Simmers talking about some of the lots from the Get Famous expansion pack where they're pretty wide but not too long, and those would be perfect lots to put, for example, townhomes or connected row homes on. And now, with the new residential rental lot type that is coming, we will finally be able to do that. On one single lot, you're going to be able to have multiple tenants, multiple units. So it's not really just apartments, but also townhomes or row homes or whatever you can imagine. You're gonna be able to do that, and not just in the brand new world, but in every single other world. So, you know, we already knew that, but Sim Guru Nova really hyping up here the amount of freedom. So I'm thinking we're gonna be able to do even more than that. I do really hope that we will be able to set the price for how expensive or cheap the apartments, row homes, townhomes, whatever you create are. I don't know guys, I have a really good feeling about this one. I am usually pretty skeptical, especially after the past couple of releases. Growing Together was a very good expansion pack. Horse Ranch, in my opinion, not so much. I consider that one a game pack. I feel like with every good one and then every bad one, we go back to a good one again, and I just have a feeling this is going to be yet another good one, but I don't want to jinx anything at the same time. Sim Guru Nova does add on to this, and that's speaking as both a simmer and a producer. I was like, when I realized what the possibilities were. So it is also confirmed Sim Guru Nova is working on this pack, and what I'm about to say is my personal opinion, but every time Sim Guru Nova is on a pack, it turns out being so good. And if I'm not mistaken, Sim Guru Nova worked on Werewolves. I don't know about you, but for me, Werewolves is a top tier game pack, just like vampires. The perk system is so detailed, and for such a small pack with a small world, I feel like it packs a big punch for its price. So seeing here that Sim Guru Nova is working on this thing gets me really excited. Another Twitter user, Just Like Sims, responds to a tweet from Sim Guru Nova asking, was the mushroom house decoration description the hint you talked about in Growing Together? It talks about rentals. And Sim Guru Nova writes here, nah, I didn't even know what this EP was going to be about when I wrote that, LOL. So even though I guess it wasn't a direct hint, it is a pretty funny coincidence. I do want to say I still think the Sims team does hint at packs and item descriptions, and they deny it all the time, but I just still personally believe that, okay? And I always will. There's been a lot of evidence with this, especially if you've been with us from the very start, all the way back to some of the early expansions, like with Seasons and with Cats and Dogs. There were a lot of hints leading up to those expansion packs, so I definitely think they do, with tiny, more subtle subtle hints like item descriptions or with just items themselves. I truly do think they hint. And another reason I'm excited for this to come out too is I just want to dive and read all the item descriptions and actually look for hints within this pack for the next one. Apparently, Sim Guru Nova liked a reply that Rory on Twitter made, tweeting manifesting spiral stairs. Of course, Simmers got really excited. I mean, I would too. Another user quoting, writing, "I'll take this as a sign, Sim Guru Nova, hoping and praying to see spiral stairs in the new EP's trailer tomorrow." And this was back before the trailer, of course, but Sim Guru Nova does respond, shutting down these rumors and speculation, tweeting, "To be honest, it was an accident as I was going through and liking replies to my tweet. I generally don't like comments like this to avoid it being misconstrued. Me liking a comment isn't confirmation either way on something. I'm not able to comment on future content like that." I am at least glad that Sim Guru Nova did respond to this, because honestly, if there was no response back, I would have ran with this. I would have truly believed that they were either coming with this expansion or they were coming sometime soon with another DLC. It isn't too much, but it's what we have to go on for now. Of course, until we learn more, which now that it's Monday, we're starting a new week, I think we might get some tweets. Normally after the trailer, sometimes the gurus go quiet for a little bit. They don't really say much or reveal too much, until the early access game changer content and footage and all that stuff goes up, or at least until the deep dive live stream. But at this time, we still don't know when or if there's going to be one, and we still don't know any embargoes for when game changers are posting content. That's if, of course, they even have access, which we don't know anything about at this time. But of course, if there is any new information, I will be back as soon as possible. Let me know down below. Are you guys excited? Does this pack catch your interest, and might you purchase it on release day? Let me know below. Thank you for watching, take care, and happy life simming.